In this module, I'm going to be talking about the role and importance of GPs in the Headspace context. So I think the most important thing in terms of thinking about the role of GPs in the centre is that it will usually align with what GPs normally do in general practice, and so that and that is to provide holistic care, so that GPs are not there just to provide a rubber stamp for completing mental health treatment plans. And I think that this is reflected in the value that young people have in having GPs in centres. Young people tell us that they love GPs, and it brings a lot of value. They really love being able to see a GP who works in the centre because they are working as part of the team, and they really appreciate the ongoing care that GPs are able to provide. And of course, GPs are a very diverse group, and many GPs will have a wealth of experience in delivering mental health care, comprehensively, and certainly, GPs have a role in at least assessing and coordinating the care. So in thinking about the role for GPs, one of the things that's unique to GPs in this setting is that pretty much the rest of the model is built around access to better mental health outcomes. And what's different about GPs is that they are able to have unlimited sessions with young people. So the value of that is it means in practice that a GP can continue to see a young person once they've finished their sessions. They can provide ongoing support to a young person. And over a period of time, what that can mean is that the GP can be the anchor or the solid rock to the young person who, and I've certainly had experience of seeing young people over a number of years where they've seen a range of therapists, 2, 3 or more therapists over that time, and you're the person who's kind of built that really strong ongoing therapeutic relationship with them, and that's something I think is a natural role for GPs. That's what we sort of, that's what our care is really based on, and we should be able to perform that function within the Headspace Centre in order to feel valued in the work that we're doing. In terms of the service, because young people value GP so much, having a GP in a centre will attract young people to the service, and which is great. And there's examples where a centre went from having no GP for a number of years to getting a GP, and saw a dramatic rise in the number of young people that they were seeing as a result of having the GP attracting young people. The thing that having a GP in the service also does is that if the GP is integrated with the other team members, attending team meetings, etc., what that tends to do is that it raises the level of thinking about the young person holistically, because what tends to get mixed with young people is particularly the physical and sexual health concerns, and including the alcohol and other drug issues, because GPs, that's the work that GPs will do outside of mental health care. So they'll be asking those questions, raising those concerns, and therefore raising the profile of those aspects of the holistic care with the other members of the team. So we call that the presence of the GP is assisting the centre, everyone working with the young person, to keep the body in mind. So thinking about the body as well as the mental health aspects of the care. And of course, so GPs then GPs are able to enact on those aspects of the care, so they can do sexual health, they can do alcohol and other drugs, and also looking after acute and chronic health conditions for young people. Of course, the other aspect that having a GP in the service to do is that they can be a potential income stream as well, but we'll talk about that later in a bit more depth in terms of the sustainability. So in terms of community and the health sector and mental health sector more broadly, because GPs are well regarded and are able to influence the sector through advocacy and education activities, also they can influence general practice more broadly, because they tend to be working part-time in the centre and in general practice. So some of the things that they learn about the Headspace model and how to engage young people can also be delivered to through their experience with other GPs in the broader work that they do. So it's an important potential role in terms of influencing the kind of care that young people get more broadly in the community.